Hello, hello, everybody. I was still dancing to the song in Joe's channel. Hi, everyone. I call you resilient champions. It's always a pleasure to have you all. And I'm so delighted with the Empowerment Conference. This is the second edition of the Empowerment Conference in 2023, and we always deliver. So I want to thank you, Marlene, for the Spring Forward Conference and for saying yes to your intuition and for saying yes to the assignment that God gave you and for taking us along. I also want to thank you, all my phenomenal sisters in the journey. Thank you for your yes to service. And I can tell you, when you have to speak after all the phenomenal speakers, it's never very easy to speak after the phenomenal speakers, and especially to speak after your mentor. Yes, I sent that letter to Jo that I wanted her to be my mentor because I saw in her what I was looking for. And they say always find people who have done what you want to do and have succeeded, and then they will help you and shorten the way for you. So I want to thank you all for coming in. It's been an amazing conference so far. All my phenomenal sisters, I call you pace setters. And like I said, it's always so not very easy to talk after all the phenomenal speakers. But every one of us, we have a message, and God has put in us a unique gift. And so, thank you so much, Edward. Thank you, everyone, for your thumbs up, for sharing out, for sticking with us. And I call my phenomenal sisters in the journey. I say you are pace setters, and I thank you for your service. I thank you for your yes. Hey, my daughter, thank you so much. Happy Easter. I hope you're doing fine. Welcome. So I'm not going to talk too much because there's a lot of there's a lot of things that have been said, and I just want to remind you all who are listening, who are taking part in this conference. You might think that we are repeating the things that you are hearing, but I want to assure you that all of us are speaking from our own personal experiences, and we are sharing our journey. We are sharing how we made it to where we are today so that we might also inspire, help you to, and I really like taking action. So when I looked at the topic, spring forward, I was like, this is the time, because spring is the time for a new season of regrowth, of new beginnings, of reset. Spring is the time that we plant. And what kind of seeds are you going to plant? And that's what inspired me to give this topic. You are the creator of your own life, because you are the one who will make, and whatever seeds that you are planting today will determine the kind of harvest that you will have. And when you dream and make plans and take action, this is called creating your own destiny. And you can create the life you want, and it always starts when you take responsibility and put your faith in your own hands. In other words, you want to go away from the victim mentality and find yourself a service to offer. And over the years, I have been inspired by many, many people, but especially by this famous author. They call him Godfrey de Puruka. And one of his quotes that I would like to share with you all today is, you are the creator of yourself. What you make yourself to be now, you will be in the future. What you are now is precisely what you have made yourself to be in the past. What you sow, you shall reap. And I'm so empowered by this quotation because it is exactly what we are saying today. You are the creator of your own life. It's a reminder because we already know it. We know that everything depends on us. It is you, it is your life, it is your future, it is your success. It all starts with you. And that's why I find a lot of inspiration in this quotation. And that is why when I saw spring forward, spring being the season of planting, being the season of regrowth, of new beginnings, I thought that I should share, and God put it in my heart to share with you, to ask yourself, what kind of seeds am I sowing? Because the harvest depends on the kind of seeds that you are sowing. And like a descendant from farming generations, we farm. I come from the generation where we farm. And one of the things that we do is we pick the best harvest and keep it like seed for the next year because we want a better harvest. And that's why people plant the best seeds. And so you have to find a way to plant the best seeds. And what more, when you are planting in your life, you have to really give yourself the best because why? You have learned to be your own best friend and to be the best that you can. And that most of your activities, if not every activity that you indulge in, is to become a better version of you. And so today, I would like to share with you the 5 strategies that I used or that I'm using because I am becoming. Nobody has arrived. We are still becoming. And these are the 5 strategies that I use, and I know that they are going to help you too. And I really pray that they will help you. Yes, Coach Sherry, plan the best in your life because you deserve the best, because you are your own best friend. So when I was like, first, what is the first thing that you can do to create your own life? Take responsibility. Take responsibility. And especially remind yourself that responsibility is not given. You have to take it because it is your responsibility. And when they always say you have a right, you know that everywhere where they talk about rights, there is responsibility at the side because you don't just go around, I have a right to this. You have the responsibility to make the kind of life that you want. Absolutely, Kim. Keep an open mind and consistently growing. Take responsibility. And what does it mean to take responsibility? It means you are responsible and accepting your imperfections, but also you are willing to find strategies that work. You are taking responsibility because you don't want to blame people for your insufficiencies or for the success that you did not have because it depends on you. And when you take responsibility, it means you are accepting your imperfections, but you are willing to find strategies that can make you grow. And being responsible is about being positive. It's about being solution focused. Taking responsibility also for your mistakes is not a sign of weakness. Let me say that again. When you fail at something and you take responsibility, it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength because you are telling yourself that I am giving myself permission to dream again, to restart again, to use the lessons that I have learned from my failure to grow again. Because what happens most often, we look outside for people to give us permission, or for activities that we have carried out to determine whether we are successful or whether we can be successful. We often look to others or outside events to give us permission. Meanwhile, the truth is that for the permission to be sustainable, sustainable means you have to keep it and make it a lifestyle. For it to be sustainable, you have to give it to yourself. That's why you take your responsibility, you make a commitment to yourself, and then each time you can hold yourself accountable for asking and saying, did I do what I committed to do? Because you are your own best friend, you give yourself the best. Most often, we think that we have to serve everyone else, even from an empty bowl. But the reality is, you have to serve people from your overflow. In a way, you are taking the driver's seat and in total control of your destination. This means you no longer need permission from people to validate you or to determine your worth. You know that you are worthy. My sisters in the journey, they have repeatedly talked to us about acknowledging that you are worthy and behave like a worthy person. Remember, Joe said, do it. Don't only say it, do it, because the transformation comes in the doing. And so the second thing that I want to share, that the strategy that I use, is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Maybe we should go to the chat and welcome in everyone, and then I can continue peacefully. You're welcome in, Miss Patty. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone. The chat is so fast. I really want to thank everybody for being here. I greatly appreciate your time. You could have been anywhere else on this fine Saturday. Like, I call it a fine Saturday because we have sunshine here. You know that sunshine for us is a real luxury. And so I want to thank every one of you. Please forgive me if I don't call you by name. I see all of you. I celebrate all of you. I acknowledge all of you. I thank all of you. You are loved and appreciated. Thank you so much. And this series of conferences, they are what we can use. Those are free coaching sessions that we can use to grow. And that's why most often the things that we need, they are free. We just need to ask, or we just need to look for them. So we are going to the second strategy: believe in yourself. Like experts say that your belief system determines your level of success. In simple terms, they are saying that you have in your life, the success you have in your life is a direct result of what you believe in. So, the number one thing that researchers have identified over the years that is holding a lot of us from achieving our dreams is the lack of self-belief. And they say many people go through so much without knowing the treasure inside them or the value that they bring. Believing in yourself opens door to a world of endless opportunities. What does that mean, to believe in yourself? Believing in yourself means having faith in your own capabilities, which means you believe that you can do the things that are within your abilities. And when you believe in yourself, you can overcome self-doubt and have the confidence to take action. Remember, most often we are not confident in taking action because we have the fear of failure, or we fear that we are not good enough. We fear that we are not able to do it. Meanwhile, you have not even tried. Like they say, there's no evidence that you have tried and failed, but there is evidence that you have not tried. So, what stops you? Take action. Take action. Thank you very much, Golden Girls. We are going to all put the playlist on our channels, and it is a real, like I say, free coaching sessions that me and my sisters in the journey, we decide to share our journey so that we can help the people that need to hear our voices or that need a little push to take action, because we all are sharing, learning, and growing together. And the key here to unlearn or believe in yourself is to unlearn and conquer your limiting beliefs. And why are they called limiting beliefs? Because the thing that is stopping us is not from believing in ourselves, is nothing more than the beliefs, limitations that we have imposed on ourselves. And they are called limiting beliefs because they always lead to self sabotage and negative emotions like self doubt or causing a lack of self confidence. Think about it. Most often, you're the one, I'm never going to do this. I'm not good in cooking. I am not good in cleaning. I am not, and all those things that we are speaking, they internalize in our subconscious. And guess what? Immediately you want to do something, your subconscious reminds you you are not good enough. You can't do this. You are not able to. And you stop and you self sabotage yourself. But the good news is that we can unlearn them. We can unlearn them because they are mostly self imposed limiting beliefs. We impose them, which means they are within our sphere of control, which means we can unlearn them if we are willing. And you can just start by identifying them. Ask yourself, what are the beliefs that are causing my lack of confidence and self doubt? So, for each of the points, there are action steps. So, how do you identify your limiting beliefs? You just ask yourself first, what are the beliefs that are causing my lack of confidence and self doubt? And then you tell your brain that this is time to examine these limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. And why do I say you tell your brain? Because each time it's your brain that reminds you that you cannot do it and that you are not good enough. So it is your job to feed your brain with reminders that you can do it, that you have done it. Remember, in one I shared once in a while that to show your brain that you are capable of doing things, just think about the things that you do. Or have you ever helped anybody? Have you ever given advice that has helped anybody? Have you even ever taught somebody how to cook or even just how to clean their houses? Write that down and keep it as testimony to your brain. When it starts telling you that you can't do anything, show it to your brain that I have brought value before, I can bring value. And that's how you activate your brain to be able to do new things that can help you to grow. And when you want to find these steps to really unlearn your limiting beliefs, it is always good to find, where do these beliefs come from? Understand, understand the places where limiting beliefs come from. And that is what can help you to be able to fight it. Your limiting beliefs, they come from the society. They come from the people around us. They come from our environment. They come from the results that we have had in the past. Maybe we tried something and we failed, and we just think. that we are a failure. No, they say fail is first attempt in learning, which means you attempt once, you can attempt the second time, and each time you are using the lessons. I always tell people you don't win, you don't lose when you carry out an activity. You win or you learn. When you carry that mentality that I win or I learn, every time if things don't go well, look for the lesson. And like they say, you can only do better when you know better. So look for the lesson at every time things don't go well, or sometimes things don't even go well. It doesn't mean that they are not going the right way. Sometimes it's God's way of telling you this is not the path, this is not the time, or you can do something better. Yes, you win or you learn. Absolutely. And that is a mentality that when you adapt, you are going to keep winning, because you will never focus on where you fail. You will focus on why did I fall. And so when you focus on why did I fall, you're going to make that place not slippery for you to fall there again. And so that will keep you into becoming the creator of the things that you deserve. Because guess what? God has endowed us with so much, but it is for us to ask and find them. Find what, like they say, if you don't find you and do you, you will not be done. If you do not do you, you will not be done. And you remember when people say the graveyard is the richest place, because why? It is full of so many talented people who died poor. Because why? They did not use their talents. They did not use their talents. They did not even find their talents. So find you and do you. If not, you will not be done. Ask yourself, is that the legacy that you want to leave? Do you want that in your epitaph they will say, here lies Mary, who did not do what she was gifted at? I don't want that. And that is why I do what I am doing. And that's why you are so celebrated, everybody taking part in this conference, and even the people who are going to watch the replays, we are going to put them all together. And if there is one thing that you promise yourself this season, Coach Sherry reminded us that this is the second quarter that is starting. Don't think that you have already lost because you have not started on those New Year resolutions. There's always time. And if you want to create that abundance for you, start today by taking action, because we had a lot of golden nuggets where you can take action on. And all the speakers, they broke down all these actions into bite size activities, so you don't need to go break a stone. No, you start by finding your instruments, and then you start by finding the best strategy how to use it. So they gave us all the strategies, and it's so, I don't want to say it's so easy. It is not impossible, because bits of action and consistency will lead to progress. So we go to the third strategy. Yes, boss, do you. If not, you will not be done. And that is not the legacy that you want to leave behind. So our third strategy is find your unique gift. Find your unique gift. Sylvia talked about your finding your gifts. All the speakers, they talked about finding your gifts, because most often we think that we have failed and we give up. Meanwhile, we were doing things to please others. We sometimes we take our we have Sylvia said, if you don't know your unique gifts, ask. I have a video about how to find your unique gifts. The link is in the description below this video. Ask the people that you trust that can give you honest, authentic feedback. Ask them, what do you think my gift is? And when you talk about finding your unique gift, people think that maybe it's going some university degree or stuff. No, your unique gift, like, you can only have faith in yourself when you know who you really are, and you are not trying hard to be someone you are not. You are not trying to impress people. And to start believing you can have the life you want, you must dig deep to discover what that would look like. You must understand what makes you unique and celebrate those things. Find the things that make you unique and celebrate them and use them. Embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. Like they say, start by writing what's important to you. I don't really want to go into all of that. There are steps that you can use to find your unique gift. You have to find that unique gift because that is the thing that you do with the least amount of effort. Like they say, everybody has Michael Jordan level talent at something. Find that thing where you have Michael Jordan level talent at. And once you find that thing, it's going to be so easy for you that when you do them and succeed, it's going to boost your self-confidence because you have more results and you are showing, because we always have to show our minds evidence that we can do it. So once you find those things and then you do them, or you find them, even if it's just one thing that you are good at, you will discover that when you do it, you are easily successful. When you do it, you have more success and you have more evidence that you can succeed. And that is why successful people always advise us to focus on our strengths, focus on what you excel at, and delegate the weaknesses to others instead of worrying about measuring up. We can't know everything. You just find the thing that you're good at and do it. The things that you can't do, you find help, find a coach, find a mentor. I had to find Joe. I found Boss online because there were many things that she was doing that I did not know how to do. Like she said, she listened to me and I was doing amazing things, but I could only do what I could do. The other things that I can't do, I have to find somebody who is doing them. And I found her, and she has done a beautiful job in helping me to becoming. Thank you very much, boss. And thank you very much, my phenomenal sisters in the journey. Thank you for every contribution. Yes, I totally agree. This conference has been wonderful. Just what I needed. Me too. Just what I needed. Absolutely. Coach Sherry, every coach needs a coach, and every teacher needs a teacher. Absolutely. And I can tell you, I have some amazing people who are coaching and mentoring me. And that's why you see me becoming every day. So they say when you shift your focus to developing your strengths, you will effortlessly feel more competent and more confident. And when you put effort into developing your natural abilities, you progressively become greater and greater. So you are creating the life that you like, the life that you want, by using the strengths and by using your unique gift, which will, when you do it effortlessly, It helps you to feel more competent and more confident. And that's how you keep creating the life that you deserve. And that is how you spring forward and reset your life for every time that you think that you have done something to fail. Hit that reset button and give yourself 1,000 second chances. Because why? Every next step, you are using the experiences from your past failures. You are learning and applying the lessons. Like they say in life, life gives you the test before the lesson. But in school, they teach you the lesson before they give you the test. Life is not like that. You are given the test and then you learn the lesson. My phenomenal sister, Sylvia, she used her test to become her testimony. It is because of the test that God gave her that she learned the lesson. All of us, when we are tested, that is when we brave it and find the lesson and pick ourselves up and keep moving. And that's the beauty of the empowerment conference, because all of us, we have been knocked down several times, but we picked ourselves up because we believe in the principle that we can fall 9 times, but we trust our get up to get up 10 times. You can also get up 10 times. You can get up 1,000 times. You don't have any time limit. It is your life. You are not say I have to get rich by this time. No, you are a work in progress, and you give yourself time to learn the skills that you need to become what you want to become. So the fourth, we are sharing 5 strategies that I use. The fourth strategy, take action. How would I say it again? Boss Life said it. All the speakers, they insisted on the importance of taking action. Because why? Action is the prescription for success. You can know all these things, you can listen to all these conference speakers, but if you don't take action, you are not going to get any results. Because why? Action is the prescription for success. Action is the transformation from you just listening and getting inspired to acting and getting results. So take action. Take action. And we can't say it enough. Write down your goals and keep them in front of you as a constant reminder of your commitment to yourself. Yes, you have to take action. Write down your goals and keep them as a constant reminder. And why are you constantly reminding yourself? Because you committed to yourself. Remember, you are your best friend. You treat yourself like your best friend. You have taken responsibility of your life. You don't want to remain in this status quo. You know that you are capable of more, and you are capable of abundance. And you know that there are things within your sphere of influence because you are gifted. And so you commit to yourself to be successful, to be better, to create a life of abundance because you deserve it and you can do it. And so when you write it down, like they say, what gets written gets done. Even if you procrastinate on it, it's there looking at you in the face, and you have to do it. Once in a while, you will do one thing or the other, but progressively, once you start taking action, don't even, like boss said, don't even wait till everything is perfect before you start. No, progress comes in the process. You start progressively and you will see that you are becoming better. Progress comes in the process. So You don't wait till everything is perfect. No, you know that when you start, you will be learning in the process and you will be growing. And why are goals so important when they say write them down? Why are goals important? Because goals give you a sense of purpose and direction, because they help you to find the actions, the behavior, and the patterns, the habits that will give you the results that you are looking for. And goals strengthen and sustain our momentum for success. Because why? Goals promote self mastery, and this improves our personal and professional responsibility, accountability. And when they say make goals, we cannot say enough that the goals have to be smart, which means they have to be specific. SMART being an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. We have videos on this and you can watch them and know. But why do they say you have to make smart goals? Making smart goals is a way of telling you that you have to prioritize your actions and focus on your win. What my coach calls focus is follow one commitment until successful. You don't want to be overwhelmed. And focus on your win being what's important now. So you are doing your smart goals and focusing on what is important now so that you don't have any overwhelm. So do your smart goals. There are so many videos you can watch on how to do your smart goals. You can ask any of the phenomenal ladies in this conference. We are just there to serve you. Ask, but we can't give you what we do not know. If you ask, you will find it. The Bible says, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened. Ask and you will be given. Ask for help when you need it. It is very necessary. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Asking for help is the greatest sign of strength, because you acknowledge that you are perfectly imperfect and that you can ask for help in the things that you are not good at. Remember, you are good at something that another person is not good at. Because why? We all have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So you are good at something. Don't ever think that if I'm asking for help, it means I'm a failure or it means that I don't know. You are good at something. You bring value at something. So when you ask for help, it's a way of complementing your strengths. You are strong in one thing, I need help in cooking or cleaning, which will all help you to create the life that you want. And then, once you are committed to self development and growth, you will have the discipline to stay committed and consistent to achieve your goals. Commitment and consistency. I can't say that enough. Let's go to number 5, create new opportunities. When you have already done the groundwork on you, that is why I say once you are committed to self-development and growth, now you are finding, creating new opportunities. Because why? When you know better, you do better. And what do we say? Creations are born out of a need. What is it that people need that you can provide? How can I use my unique gifts to serve humanity? You should ask yourself that. Because why? You want to leave a legacy where when people tell their stories, they will mention you or they will remember you. Yes, boss, when you know better, you do better. So when you know yourself and when you have done all this groundwork in trying to create that life of abundance that you deserve and that you know that you can, it is your job to create new opportunities. You are creating new opportunities because you know that you are capable. And because why? What is it that people need that I can provide? And how can I use my unique gift to serve humanity? So you are doing, you serving, and also using your gifts. And that is, you can't ask more from God. He has given you the gifts, and you have said, yes, Lord, I want to use this gift. And then you ask around, what is it that people need that I can help with? And you do you. You do you. That is just as easy as that. It, as like I always say, people think that you have to be some famous person before you can bring value. No. If you just know how to cook, you share some healthy and cost effective recipes, you have helped somebody. If you just know interior decorations or how to clean your house, you have helped somebody, because a lot of people are going through problems with decluttering. So when you know you and you do all your background, you are creating new opportunities because now you know better. And all you have to do is to look at yourself as an answer to a need to someone somewhere. Always see yourself as an answer to a need to someone somewhere. Boss Life will always say, this message may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. And I trust me, if you help one person, you don't know, it means the world to that one person. So don't think that it's only one person that I can help. One person you have helped is one person less from suffering. So don't focus on the numbers, focus on the service. You are where you are today in part, like they say, because you have a purpose. Find that purpose and do you. And one of the things that always really kills us is our words. Our words are like seeds. And when you speak something out, you give life to what you are saying. If you continue to say it, eventually that thing comes to reality. So, what kind of seeds are you planting? You are going to reap the fruit from the exact seeds that you have been sowing. In other words, you can't talk negative and expect to have positive. You can't talk defeat and expect to have victory. So, spring is the season during which the natural world revives and reinvigorates after the colder winter months. And during spring, dominant plants begin to grow again, new seedlings sprout, and you are an integral part of the universe. What seeds are you going to be planting? Remember, you are not a failure just because you failed at something at some point. You are a work in progress. Yes, there is always room for improvement, and it is never too late to reinvent yourself or to start a new life or to have a new dream. Guess what? You are starting with a lot of experiences to bounce back better. What are they ready to take actions? What are you ready to take action on today? I want to thank everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. The chat went up so fast. Next in line is Yaya Best Life. Thank you, everybody. I can mention you individually, but I thank you all. It's been a great session. Yaya's channel is pinned above, and it's also in the chat. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, my sisters in the journey. Thank you, everybody, and especially those who are going to watch the replay. But most of all, thank you to everybody who is going to take action today, because you are the creator of your own life and you are able. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.